Hi, I'm Jerry Sapienza, and I'm here to introduce you to Opera Bioscience, where we are accelerating the pace of research. For the last 15 months, the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted our world, taking millions of lives and sickening far more. Then we watched as scientists amazingly created half a dozen vaccines in less than a year. But we didn't see that same success for COVID treatments. People are still getting sick, and the death toll is climbing, and we don't yet have a cheap and effective medicine to fight the virus after it has infected someone. So why is it so difficult to find a treatment for this disease? Well, for one, we need to make thousands of copies of a part of the virus, known as the spike protein. These proteins hold the key to how our bodies fight off a coronavirus infection. And with these proteins, scientists can develop and test different treatments for the virus. But making these proteins is actually really hard. It takes a long time, costs a lot of money, and doesn't scale for rapid testing. And this problem isn't isolated to just the coronavirus treatment. There is a whole new wave of therapeutics in development, aimed at fighting diseases ranging from cancer to food allergies, spurred by scientists' ability to design new target proteins. But these next-generation proteins are often incompatible with the 40-year-old technology needed to manufacture them, forcing researchers to abandon many promising targets altogether. This current protein manufacturing technology has reached the top of its innovation curve. And even those proteins that do work with today's technology are still pushing the limits of what this technology can currently handle. This leads scientists to use expensive alternatives, oftentimes adding 50% or more to the cost of protein production. These alternative technologies are also slow and inefficient, taking on average 7 times longer to produce the same amount of protein. Multiply that time by hundreds or thousands of batches needed for testing, and that translates to far too much precious research time lost and delays the delivery of life-saving treatments. The problem is so acute that fully 1/3 of biomanufacturing projects from top-tier research universities and companies target overcoming the expense and wasted time of harvesting these proteins in downstream processes. But these challenges are really just symptoms of the inadequate protein production systems that are upstream. So wouldn't it be better to fix the problem at its source? This is where Opera Bioscience comes in, a company built around synthetic biology that has developed a new type of biological factory, a microbial platform genetically designed to manufacture proteins more efficiently by co-opting a bacterial cell's natural processes. And by using this platform, researchers can manufacture their target proteins, all while saving time and money on their protein screening, creating high-quality, high-purity ingredients needed for pharmaceutical medicines, and delivering those hard-to-produce or abandoned proteins, enabling scientists to unlock new potential treatments and accelerate life-saving research. Our competition each have their own library of protein production technology, based on bacteria, yeast, insect, or mammal cells. They all have varying benefits, but none of them combine the scalability of a bacterial system with the increased flexibility and reduced purification costs that the Opera Biosystem can deliver. Our $3.1 billion total addressable market covers the protein-enabling technologies market, with an underlying $430 million serviceable addressable market for therapeutic proteins and a serviceable obtainable market of $35 million. These markets are growing at a tremendous rate, 10.7% annually. Our technology is primed to not only capture the new, cutting-edge research that is driving this growth, but to unlock additional possibilities and accelerate this growth rate even more. Our lab kits containing the physical materials needed for protein production, and licensing fees that companies will need to obtain our IP will give us good baseline revenue. But our real revenue driver lies in royalties, because when the medicines that are built with our platform start hitting the $155 billion therapeutic protein market, our revenues will take off. Leveraging our team's network and reputation, we've already formed or are actively discussing partnerships with labs in our 3 target markets, including a collaboration with Cornell University to use our technology as a localized delivery system for cancer treatment, along with our reagents manufacturer in biotech. When our customers find out what our technology can do, we typically get stunned disbelief, followed by an excited deluge of questions, asking about how our technology can help solve their problems. In fact, in the very first conversation we had with a contract research lab, it resulted in an offer to test our biofactory. We are having to turn down requests at this point to beta because we don't have the staff to support them. The science behind our technology is led by Danielle Tolman-Ercik, whose research on this platform stretches back 15 years, starting in the lab of legendary synthetic biology researcher Chris Voigt, and has continued through her labs at UC Berkeley and Northwestern. And Lisa Burdett, whose last 6 years of brilliant academic and postdoc work at the same universities has led to the breakthroughs that enable our technologies today. Leading the commercialization is myself, Jerry Sapienza, an MBA candidate at Kellogg, graduate of West Point, and former Army reconnaissance pilot, who's built and led organizations from 5 to 150 people, and has experience engaging with partners on complex problems. So we've proven that our biofactory works in the lab, and now we're looking to take it to the commercial scale level. We'll use $700,000 from both VentureCat and grant funding to support key technical hires and establish a lab. With this team, we will optimize our strain and supporting material to be ready for commercial uses. Opera Bioscience has the next generation platform technology in protein production that has customers lining up to work with us. We have a brilliant team that has driven this technology from theory to real results. And a new wave of medicine is on the horizon, and Opera will get us there quicker. So join us and help accelerate the pace of research with Opera Bioscience. Thank you.